Hi guys, welcome back to Income Grinders, and it's finally time for me to get started with the setup for my WordPress website for the case study that I'm running here at Income Grinders. You know, the one about the geckos? The geckospot.co.uk was registered by me a week ago, and I've talked about how to select a niche, how to look for a domain name, how to register a domain name, how to get the hosting up and running, and how to update name servers so we can actually use the hosting for the domain that we have purchased at GoDaddy. So I will start this workshop by just showing you guys that we have come at this point. We have installed the actual WordPress site on the geckospot.co.uk domain, and we're using host Armada hosting. Like I showed you guys in the previous video. And if you go to PageSpeed Insights and type in the geckospot.co.uk, we can see if we still have a full score on PageSpeed, hopefully. And after the tutorial, or this, it's more like a workshop. It's not that I will just be doing lots of stuff on my WordPress installation to get the bare minimum that I'm sort of the bulk of plugins and theme installation that I'm usually doing for my WordPress affiliate websites. So you can see here we still have a 100 score on mobile, and on desktop we still have 100. So I'll just get started. I have a sort of a plan for today or for this video. And we've done this, so we show that the page speed is still 100 top notch. So for this video, this is what I will go through, and once we're done with this workshop for setting up WordPress, the Geckospot website will be ready to start producing and publishing content for building up this website with lots of informational content and probably some product reviews. It depends on what we will find in the next video, which will be about keyword analysis. So that will sort of reveal what people are searching for, what their needs are, and what kind of content we should be creating on these sites on this website in order to help these visitors that we will hopefully be getting if we create really nice content. So a brief overview of the sort of to-do list here. I will install a free theme that's called GeneratePress, which has a high focus on speed. I'm having a sort of a premium license for this one, but I will, in this tutorial or this workshop, I will only be using free themes and free plugins, so you understand that it's an option to go completely with free stuff when you start up. And I will install a bunch of plugins focused on security, speed, SEO, and contact forms and stuff like that, the sort of bare minimum that you would need. And I will add sort of the bulk of the pages that is required for being able to put up ads and having cookies placed on the visitors' computers. So contact form, privacy policy, cookie policy, an about page is recommended, as well as a sitemap page for sort of an increased SEO performance. And to be able to track what's going on the website from day one, I will set up some different analytics codes, install those, and I will show you guys how to do that as well. And I'm not much into UX, but I have a minimum requirement on my website. It's to have some sort of custom-made banner for the header, as well as a Favicon to be displayed up in the browser tab, and it's also visible when you search in Google, so that's why it's nice to have to make your window in Google to be as nice looking as possible. So let's get started. So in my to-do list, what we will do now is go into the Geckospot and install the theme that I will be using. So if you go to appearance and themes, we will get in here. So here are a bunch of recommended themes that are already installed, and I will go to instead add a new theme. You can press, for example, this plus button here, and I will search for GeneratePress. So this is currently my favorite WordPress theme. It's cheap to purchase, it's very fast, and it comes with a lot of features that are, for my needs, good enough, since I'm not putting not a lot of focus on how the website actually looks, and sort of it's more focused on the actual content for me, since that is what Google is mostly interested in when they're sort of ranking your website anyway. Then once a website gets momentum and lots of traffic, it might be worth the while to actually clean it up a bit and make it look nicer. So we have installed and activated the theme, and if we go to the first page again, we can see how it looks at this time. So this is the sort of out of the box look for GeneratePress, and I like it because it's a very clean theme and it has all the sort of out of the box features that I'm looking for. Actually, so I really like it and I can recommend it. I will put up a link in the description, of course, so you can have an easy way to find it if you want to read up about it. So then it's time to install and activate all the plugins. So this list here is the plugins that I will be using, sort of as a minimum at least. So since I will be having a Favicon installed, I will actually install a plugin to support that easily in WordPress. You just sort of upload a just upload a image to this plugin, and then it sort of displays it correctly in all different scenarios. Yeah, this is not going to be a highly edited video. It's more like a monologue workshop where I will just be doing the installation, and I will just show you guys the steps. Now we activate the all-in-one Favicon plugin, and we go to next in the list, which is a contact form. And if this is too boring for you, of course you're welcome to skip, because I will just be sitting here downloading and activating a bunch of plugins. But I mean, for some people that have never set up a WordPress installation before with all the plugins and that, this might be useful anyway. So I will keep this in the video, and hopefully some of you might find this helpful. And at least I could mention why I'm installing the different plugins. The Contact Form 7 plugin is for, as you might guess, is for just having a simple shortcode available to create a contact form. Basically, just one line of code on a page will create a contact form for you. And this Easy Table of Contents plugin will give you a shortcode, TOC. You can just insert it, and that will generate the table of contents for your blog post, which is really highly recommended from it for you guys to be using, because if you do that, that will help you a lot in Google ranking, and you will get nice snippet features, you know, the links under your description in Google. So that is really nice. Now we will add another plugin that is called Hummingbird, and that one is for caching and performance, more or less. So I have two plugins that will help with that, and this Hummingbird plugin is part of VPMU Dev, which is a really nice sort of place where you can become a member. Then you will get the professional version of this Hummingbird, as well as the professional version of another plugin for compressing images that you upload and make site run even faster. Now, insert header and footer is a really useful plugin as well, because with this one you can easily insert snippets of code in either the header section or the footer section of your website, I think in the body as well. And that is for me mainly used to insert a tracking code for Google Analytics, as well as I'm using another tracker code, sort of analytics software called StatCounter. And we are not quite done with the plugins yet. We also have Smush, which is really have helped improve my performance on my websites, because this one, as I said, this is the one that is compressing all the images that you upload, and it also activates lazy loading of images, which means that you won't get the image loaded until you actually scroll down to the part of the page where it's to be displayed, and that's helping to save download time and increase performance. And since performance is a ranking factor, it will help your Google ranking as well. Okay, we are here. So Yoast is the SEO plugin that I'm using. A lot of people are using RankBrain, I think, but I don't know. I just started using Yoast, and I've looked at other plugins for SEO, and I will stick to Yoast. I don't think there are that much difference. And I'm using free version of Yoast, but for Smush and Hummingbird I am using normally the professional version, since I got a subscription with VPMU Dev for various reasons, mainly because the backup features they're offering a simple way to back up in the cloud all my WordPress installations. Okay, we are getting close to done. So we have Wordfence is next, and that is the security, it's search security. It's basically a firewall, a software firewall, which will protect your WordPress installation. And I have a free version and I have a paid version. I've never used anything besides the free version. But now, a while back, after I started using VPMU Dev, I've been starting to use their plugin for security instead, which is Defender Pro. And but in this case study, I will just be using the one I've always been using, the Wordfence Security plugin. So it's being activated right now. It's a bit slow. Will be interesting to see if we have any page speed left. Okay, I need to add an email, eric@incomegrinders.com. Would you like to join? No. I agree. Continue. No thanks. I don't want the premium at this time. Add new. So now we have the security up and running. And the last one is a plugin to have a shortcode for generating a sitemap. We can enable auto update. We will also Sitemap Page, and we install that as well, and we drink some coffee, and we activate it. Then we have all the plugins installed and they are activated. And what I usually do is I go into Hummingbird and I look at, no, that should be fine, I think, dashboard, to see what is activated. Yeah, then we will run a performance test. Then we'll get some recommended settings and I will just probably accept those. for keeping the site as fast as possible for the visitors. And I will go into Smush as well, because I think they have a sort of a onboarding as well. Okay, that is done, looking good. And we will, you see there's a lot of things you can tweak here for Hummingbird, and I will not go into details in this video about that. And I will go into Smush, sort of just to have it activated. And we'll begin setup. Automatically optimize new downloads, please strip that. Enable lazy. Finish. So then it's sort of checking the existing images, and we don't have any yet, so that is all set up. And Wordfence no setups, and we go back to the dashboard. So now we have all the sort of added functionality in this WordPress installation that I usually start out with. Then of course, depending on the circumstances, I sort of add some features if I want to have a recent post widget or anything. There are lots of things you can tweak and add and all that. But if you go with this core basic list of plugins, I mean, you should have as few plugins as needed, because every plugin is a security risk itself. It is a performance added bottleneck, and yeah, so keep the amount of plugins as little as you possibly can. So next up is on my list to set up pages. So I mean, I will just show you guys the list of pages that I was aiming to have. It's a contact form, privacy policy, cookie policy, about page, sitemap page. So we start with creating a contact page and possibly deleting if we have any old stuff. Now we have a pre-made privacy policy. We just trash this one, sample page. We will add new. Yeah, things will probably be a bit slow and messy because this laptop I'm using, as you probably are aware of, is not very made out for this. And I will just, please contact us below if you have any questions. Like that, and we can publish that directly. Because what we need also, we need to go into and find the shortcode for the actual contact form that we will be using. So if you go, let's see, it is contact here. This contact menu item will appear once you install and activate contact form 7. So there is already a pre-made contact form with this shortcode, and I will just use that for now. Copy and go back to pages and edit, and then just paste in this shortcode, and you have the simplest form of contact form you could have, and this can be updated. Probably you should add some custom stuff that is suited for your needs, but for starting up I will just use the out of the box one. So we paste this. No, now we paste it. Yeah, and we update. I can show you guys in the preview how it will look. If it's saved, it's updated. Preview a new tab, and we should have a contact form. Yeah, so they can enter name and message and all that. So great, that's done. next up, we go back and we want to create a privacy policy. Then I will just actually make it life easy for me and edit this one and publish that one. Let's see, we just publish. Yeah, okay, I have suggested text. So I will of course update the text here to suit my needs, to have it more nice, and you will do the same, of course. And then we will add new page, which will be the cookie policy. And you can just go to any cookie policy generator template page. I will just sort of create policy. We use cookies. Num num num. Go to any page and copy paste typical cookie policy text and add it and save it. So let's go back and let's see the list I wrote down. We have we should have an about page. And you see it doesn't get updated, and I think that's due to the caching plugin. Maybe we need to refresh the page. Now we see it, yeah. So once you add the Hummingbird plugin and activate some form of caching, you need to remember that you might sometimes use the refresh button on your web browser, and sometimes you might actually need to go into the plugin and clear the cache for pages to be updated, because they might be cached and not otherwise updated or able to be found. What did you say? We want contact. No, not contact, about. We already have a contact page about us. We like geckos, and this will also of course be a bit updated. We just want the placeholders for all the pages in order to sort of create the bulk of the site. Then the last page we said is a Sitemap Page, and that one we will like to have in order to make it sort of a helicopter perspective of all the pages and posts we create. It's also useful for Google to be able to quicker and easier find and index all the pages that we create and all the blog posts. So we call this one Sitemap, and we should first have found out the shortcode for Sitemap plugin. So probably if we go to the menu here, maybe plugins, install plugins, and find the actual Sitemap plugin. View details. We should have the shortcode somewhere. Yeah, here we copy that and we go back to pages and we go to the sitemap. Yeah, this is not a high-speed video tutorial by any means, so I can understand if you're getting a bit bored, but possibly I might speed it up in the actual video editing. I'm on my coffee break at this time, so I hope I will be able to finish it in about 20 minutes at least. So now we have actually all the pages, that we want to have as a start at least. So we can see up here, we have the privacy policy, we have a contact page, we have a cookie policy, we have an about page, we have a sitemap page. So the sitemap page is functional. It's sort of basically listing all the pages, all the posts, about. We like geckos, yeah, I like geckos at least. Cookie policy, contact page, privacy policy. That's it. Cool. Now, next step will be set up analytics. I will be creating a completely new account in my analytics for all the UK websites I now will be developing. So this one will be named UK websites. And I just assume it's all in the right way. So I create the property, the gecko spot.co.uk. We can go with Unite. We should probably have our own. No. Let's see. Do we have Sweden? Yeah. Can go with US dollars and next. Oof, small measure, blah blah blah. I don't know about that. I don't know much about Google Analytics in that sense. I just like to keep track. Okay. Now we want a web stream, that much I have understood. We have geckospot.co.uk, stream name can be that, I guess, and then we create it. And then we should get some kind of code to insert. And we use the global site tag, we copy that, and this is why. So if you go back into the website admin panel, we will now use the insert header and footer plugin, and that is located in settings, if I don't remember incorrectly. Here, open insert headers and footers, and in the header we insert this script, and after that we will have activated the tracking for Google Analytics. And while we're at it, I will actually add as well the tracking code for another software, which is called StatCounter, because I'm using both. Since I have many sites, I used to sort of keep them together in an overview place. And you can see here, this is the code for StatCounter for the geckospot.co.uk. Okay, now we're done with that as well. Great, we have a theme, we have plugins, we have pages created, we have analytics, and now we just have the UX more or less left. So I have actually prepared, I sort of have an account here with the Canva, so I just went in 5 minutes before I started this recording to see, and I actually had some gecko images I could use for creating a banner. So basically what I did is I just took and added this text sort of item here and this gecko character, and I really like Canva. It's so quick and easy to create YouTube thumbnails and banners and stuff. So I will just download this one and I will keep it transparent, I think, and I will fetch it, and we will then go into appearance, I think, yeah, customize. I usually have menus in Swedish, so it's a bit tricky sometimes. Now we are customizing the appearance of this website, and in site identity we will be, I think we will hide that one, the title, and we will add select logo. We will drop the logo here and it should be uploaded, and we select this one. Okay, we want as much as possible visible. Okay, is this in crop image? Let's see how this turns out. I won't spend a lot of time with that at this time in the tutorial or in the workshop or whatever we call this case study. But you see we have a logo, not very nice, but still it took 5 minutes, great. And the next step is to create the favicon. So the next thing to do, now that we have added the logo or the banner for this the GeckoSpot website, I will actually want to create a favicon. So what I will do is I will take a small screenshot of this icon here of the gecko lizard, and I will use a program called Favicon generator. So I will just basically drag and drop the image in here, and that will sort of generate the files needed for me, and then I will upload those into my WordPress installation to be used as favicon. So I will just open the image and I will take a screenshot. I will zoom in a bit first so I get a nice image. So now I have created the image, so I will drag and drop it into the converter, and we will see what we will get from that. I have done that. I will press download, and now I've gotten a zip file with various images, which I will just unzip so I can upload those in the WordPress installation. So now we go back to the so now we go back here to the GeckoSpot, and we will close the customize appearance, and we'll go into the let's see, settings. No, where do we have? At the bottom here we have all-in-one favicon, and I will go in there and I will just update the front-end icons. So we will find so we'll just update the front end, and we have created a folder for all the favicons, and one is .icon, open, and we have a GIF. I will add that one as well. PNG. Yeah, I just add a few, and Apple Touch icon as well. And then we press the save button. And you can see the URLs here. They have been uploaded. And I usually also go into appearance and customize. I forgot that. And also actually specify a icon in here as well for if you go into site identity. Select icon for site, and I will upload a file here as well. I will just take this one and upload it and select, drop. Okay, so now we see in the tab here we have a Favicon as well. Great, publish we can do as well. So I will just check the agenda I put out, see if we have anything left to fix. Maybe we should actually create a welcome page as well. So we have all the basics up and running. Then we're done. And then so we go to pages, add a new page, but I did press all pages, so add new. So it could be nice to have a welcome page as well. So let's see, welcome. Well, hi there and welcome to the Gecko spot. And of course we will add more details to come. And then also maybe a latest, I can't even spell latest posts. I'm not sure about the shortcode, I will fix that. So just a welcome page, a list of latest posts within that page is my plan. And publish, publish. I can't work with this computer, I need a new one. Okay, now we have all the pages, we have all the plugins, and we should, I think I will actually go and look at the start page, and I will take away the Hello World post, and I would like to have a page, the welcome page displayed here instead of the actual, just a bunch of posts, I think. So if I go back, and we go to, we can remove the Hello World post, it's not very nice to have. We trash it. And we go into to define what we want to display on the home page. So here I want to view welcome page when people arrive. Let's see how it looks. Yes, so that's it. This is the foundation for our soon to become world leading Gecko website. Maybe not world leading, UK leading then, if it's targeting UK. So as a final thing, I would like to check if the page speed has been affected so far. Let's see what we will get after this configuration and sort of bulk setup or initial setup. Yeah, you see here, we're losing page speed due to the plugins and other things. So hopefully this can be increased by tuning the performance of the plugins. So the mobile is way much slower than the desktop at this time, but the desktop it's still within reasonable performance. And yeah, so now what's next is to start thinking about what kind of content to create on this website, and by doing a keyword analysis, which I will be doing in the next workshop, I will hopefully get a list of potential articles to write, informational or review articles, and then basically just ship them out to be written or do some writing myself. And then we'll probably start to get some traffic and momentum after that. So that's it for this tutorial workshop case study video. Please subscribe and like if you feel like it. Otherwise, I hope to see you guys in the next video here at Income Grinders. And now have a great day. Bye.